everyone, this is the tutorial for Treebird. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. Okay, so we're in standard tuning for this one, and the introduction of the song has 3 chords that we need to play through. I'll talk through those chords first, then I'll talk about strumming and structure afterwards. The first chord we need is an E minor chord, which is an open E string, 2, 2 on the A and the D strings, and then 0 on the G, the B, and the E. So that's the first chord that we need. The second chord that we need is a C major chord, which is 3 on the A string, 2 on the D, an open G, 1 on the B, and an open E string. And the final chord for this introduction is a G major chord, which is 3 on the E string, 2 on the A, 0, 0, 0 on the D, G, and B, and a 3 on the high E. If you know G major, that includes your ring finger on fret 3 on the B string. That's absolutely fine as well, but for the rest of the video I'll be using just the 3-note version. So what's going to happen is that you play E minor and C for a bar each, and then G gets twice as long for 2 bars. And this is what it sounds like with the strumming. So strumming wise, we have down, down, up, for each chord. So it's good to get used to strumming nice and gentle like that. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So I'm going to do that for each chord slowly so you can see how my right hand and my left hand are working together. And if you can, try and accent the second down. So down, 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 down. Just provides a little bit of dynamic variety, just makes it sound a bit more interesting. Okay, so after the introduction, we get to the first verse, which is a little bit more relaxed. That's when the vocals are coming in. So you can take your volume, your dynamics down a notch and just gently strum. Now it is the same chords, so E minor to C and G. You'll play them all 4 times with roughly the same strumming. However, what you can do, and what I've noticed a couple of times throughout the track, a little bit inconsistently, but what you can do is, let's say for the E minor, strum the very first strum with just a few of the strings, maybe even just the E string. So whatever the lowest note of the chord is, play that first. So hopefully you could see every time I played a chord for the first time, I was hitting the lower notes or just the lower string, and then the rest of the strings afterwards, and that provides a nice bit of texture. One other thing that you can add in is a G sus4 through the verse. And G sus4 is very similar to the G major shape, but we're going to have to change how we finger the chord. And what you're going to do is keep your little finger on that number 3, but replace these 2 fingers with ring finger on the top string, middle finger on 2 of the A string, and this frees up this finger to get what is the G sus4 chord, shape should I say, fret 1 on the B string. So we get that note there. And what we can do is put that G sus4 in between strums of G major like this. And we see that a lot in kind of folk music and country music, and that's going to work really well. So you could even play a bar of G major and a bar of G sus4 afterwards, and that'll provide just that little bit of variety because you're repeating the same chords over and over, so it can get a little bit dull, but that provides a little bit of kind of interesting detail to keep it going. Okay, so after that first verse, we get a bit of an instrumental, and the instrumental is just exactly the same chords. So I'm going to just jump past that, and we're going to go to a second verse, looking over at my notes, and that is exactly the same again, 4 times round those chords. However, we then get to the chorus, and the chorus is a little bit different. And it's worth mentioning that if you would like the chord chart for this, which has all of the chords in the correct order and the full structure, so you can follow along and make sure you don't miss any chords, as well as the chords and the lyrics matched up, let's say you just want to follow along with the lyrics, head on over to Patreon, where everything is wrote out professionally, and for the cost of a coffee you get access to not only this song, but to well over 350 other songs of the latest releases. So yeah, pretty good deal in my opinion. So yeah, check that out. However, let's delve in with the chorus. We start off with D major. So a new chord for us, and that is D, 2 on the G, 3 on the B, and 2 on the high E string. And we're going to play that for 2 bars. We then go to E minor, that we've already used. We then get a C major chord, followed by a G major chord. And you can see I'm using the same type of strumming. I'm a bit louder because it is the chorus. And we're going to cycle through those 4 chords 2 times in a row. And I'm going to play those chords just through once without me talking so you can see how it all fits together. Okay, so after that chorus, which is nice and lively, we go back to a instrumental part, which is relatively lively, and then another verse. And those sections are just the same as the other sections that we had. E minor to C, G to G again. So yeah, you're going to cycle through those. There's a lot of repetition. We then get another chorus, which was the same as the first chorus. D, E minor, and then we had the C and then the G twice round. Afterwards, there is a guitar solo, which is a little bit out the scope of this video. I'm just focusing on the chords. If you are interested in learning the solo for this song, leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll consider making a video for it. However, the chords for the chorus are just the same as the verse. E minor, C, and G. That's 4 times round for a guitar solo, and then we get to a chorus, which is just the same as every other chorus, and there's a final outro, which is a bit of an instrumental, and we're playing E minor, C, and G, and looking over to my notes, that's 4 times round, and that will get you to the end of the song. So if you found this video useful, please do consider liking and subscribing. It really helps out the channel. Slowly working my way towards 5,000 subscribers. And if you're interested in getting the extra material over on Patreon, like I said earlier, there is a link in the description. I also want to say thanks to the people on the screen, which are my active Patreons. They will get the content that I mentioned earlier straight away the moment this video goes live. So thanks to them for their support. Thanks to you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.